are adding and subtracting decimals. When you add and subtract decimals, you do the exact same thing as if you're adding and subtracting integers. You follow your integer rules. If it's an addition problem, then if the signs are the same, you add them and keep the signs. If the signs are different, you subtract and keep the sign of the number with the highest absolute value. If it's a subtraction problem, then you have to use additive inverse to turn it into an addition problem so that you can follow the addition rules. So we have negative 8.32 plus 8.4. My signs are different, so I'm going to take the number with the highest absolute value and put it on top. 8.4 minus 8.32. When we're adding and subtracting, we have to line up our decimals. If there's any space that doesn't have a number, you fill it in with a 0. I cannot take 2 away from 0, so I have to borrow. This becomes 10. This becomes 3. 10 minus 2 is 8. 3 minus 3 is 0. Bring down your decimal. 8 minus 8 is 0. Whatever number I put on top, that's the sign that I take. 8.4 is positive, so my answer is positive 800ths, positive 0.08. Number 6 is a subtraction problem, so I have to use additive inverse to turn it into addition. Negative 12.5, change subtraction to addition, take the opposite of negative 16.95. My signs are different, so I subtract. 6, the bigger number, the number with the highest absolute value goes on top. Fill in any places, make sure your decimals are lined up. 5 minus 0 is 5. 9 minus 5 is 4. Bring down your decimal. 6 minus 2 is 4. 1 minus 1 is 0. The number on top is now a positive number, so my answer is also positive, 4 and 4500ths. Number 7 is an addition problem, so my signs are different. That means I'm subtracting. The number with the highest absolute value is 95, so it goes on top. 5 minus 3 is 2. 9 minus 7 is 2. The number on top is negative, so my answer is negative, negative 22. Number 8 is a subtraction problem, so I have to use additive inverse to turn it into an addition problem. Keep my first number, change subtraction to addition, take the opposite of the second number. Now I look at the new problem. It's an addition problem. My signs are the same, so I add them and keep the sign. 1 plus 2 is 3. 8 plus 1 is 9. They're both negative, so my answer is negative 93. Number 9, I need to turn it into an addition problem using additive inverse. Keep your first number, change subtraction to addition, take the opposite of the second number. Both numbers are now positive, so I add them. 13.84 plus 10.8. Fill in any missing numbers with 0. Add vertically. 4 plus 0 is 4. 8 plus 8 is 16. 1 plus 3 is 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. My numbers are both positive, so my answer is positive. 24.64. Number 10, I'm subtracting, so I need to change it to addition. Keep your first number, change subtraction to addition, take the opposite of the second number. In my new addition problem, my signs are different, so I subtract. Take the number with the highest absolute value and put it on top. Line up your decimal and fill in zeros. 5 minus 0 is 5. 4 minus 0 is 4. 9 minus 6 is 3. The number on top is negative, so my answer is negative. Negative 42.3 plus 4 and 3600. Your signs are different, so we're subtracting. We're going to take the number with the highest absolute value and put it on top. And we're subtracting 4.36. Fill in any empty places with 0. Make sure your decimals are lined up. I have to borrow. 10 minus 6 is 4. I can't take 3 from 2, so I borrow again. 12 minus 3 is 9. Bring down your decimal. I have to borrow again to make that 11. 11 minus 4 is 7. And bring down our 3. The number on top, the number with the highest absolute value is negative, so my answer is negative. Negative 37 and 94 hundredths. When you're subtracting, you have to turn it into an addition problem. So whenever you're subtracting, you have to change it to addition. So I'm going to keep my first number, change subtraction to addition, take the opposite of the second number. Now I forget about my original problem, and I look at the new problem. I have different signs, so I'm going to subtract. Take the number with the highest absolute value and put it on top. I can't take 3 from 2, so I turn that into 12. I borrow. 12 minus 3 is 9. 9 minus 6 is 3. The number with the highest absolute value is negative, so it's negative 39. For 13, I'm adding, so my signs are the same. That means I'm going to add. 54 plus 37. 7 plus 4 is 11. 5 plus 3 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. Both numbers are negative, so my answer is negative. For number 14, both numbers are positive, and I'm adding, so I'm just going to add the numbers. Line up your decimals. Fill in any places that need a 0. 5 plus 0 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. 8 plus 4 is 12. And 1 plus 1 is 2. Both numbers are positive, so my answer is positive 22.95. For 15, I'm subtracting, so I'm going to use additive inverse to turn it into an addition problem. Keep your first number, change subtraction to addition, take the opposite of the second number. Now my signs are the same, so I add by lining up my decimals. Put any zeros that you need for a placeholder. 9 plus 0 is 9. 6 plus 5 is 11. 8 plus 8 is 16. Bring down your decimal. Both numbers are negative, so my answer is negative. Negative 16.19. Negative 16 and 19 hundredths. For 16, I'm using additive inverse to turn this into addition. Change subtraction to addition, take the opposite of the second number. My signs are different, so I subtract. I have to borrow. 12 minus 3 is 9. Bring down your decimal. I have to borrow again. 14 minus 6 is 8. And bring down my 6. The number on top is positive, so it's positive 68 and 9 tenths. For 17, I'm subtracting, so I use additive inverse to change this to addition and take the opposite of the second number. My signs are different, so I subtract. That leaves me with 4, and the number with the highest absolute value is negative, so my answer is negative. For 18, I'm subtracting, so I have to use additive inverse to turn this into an addition problem. Now my signs are the same, so I add them. 4 plus 4 is 8. 5 plus 2 is 7. Both numbers are positive. Oh, I wrote that down wrong. Should be 23. Should be 77. I apologize. So both numbers are positive, so your answer is positive. Number 19. It's an addition problem. My signs are the same, so I'm adding them. 18 plus 5.42. Line up your decimals and fill in any empty places with 0. 0 plus 2 is 2. 0 plus 4 is 4. 8 plus 5 is 13. And 1 plus 1 is 2. Both numbers are negative, so my answer is negative. Negative 23 and 42 hundredths. Anna swims the length of the pool in 38.45 seconds and then swims the length of the pool again in 42.38 seconds. What is her total time for the 2 lengths of the pool? So this is 38.45 plus 42.38. Line up your decimals. 8 plus 5 is 13. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. 4 plus 4 is 8. So her total time is 80 and 83 seconds. 83 hundredths. 80.83. And 21. A jeweler has 122.83 grams of silver. He uses 45.7, so he's taking that away to make a necklace and earrings. How much does he have left? This is 122.83 minus 45.7. 3 minus 0 is 3. 8 minus 7 is 1. 12 minus 5 is 7. And 11 minus 4 is 7. So he has 77 and 13 hundredths.